Every morning, Phoenix stood in front of the mirror, adjusting herself, not out of vanity, but doubt. Her fingers traced the parts of her body she had learned to question. Her weight, her shape, her worth. She used to feel beautiful. Now, she felt overlooked. She would dress carefully, hoping for just one glance from Gomez. One pause, one moment of recognition, but his eyes always passed over her, like she wasn't even there. Gomez wasn't abusive. He wasn't loud. He wasn't even intentionally cruel. He just didn't care enough to notice. And that quiet indifference cut deeper than any insult ever could. His family didn't help. They moved through the house like silent critics, leaving behind comments disguised as concern. You should take better care of yourself. Gomez works so hard, you must keep him happy. A wife should know these things. Phoenix smiled, nodded, swallowed every word. But inside, something was eroding. One evening, Gomez came home different. Alive, excited, laughing in a way she hadn't heard in years. Phoenix's heart lifted instantly. Finally, but the excitement wasn't for her. He was on the phone, his voice warm, energized, his attention fully captured. She stood there, watching, waiting, hoping he'd look at her the same way. He didn't. When the call ended, she asked gently, "Who was that?" Gomez barely glanced at her. "Just work," and walked past her like she was furniture. That night, lying beside him, staring into the dark, Phoenix finally faced the truth. I am lonely in a house that isn't empty. And worse, I am invisible to the one person who is supposed to see me. The next morning, something shifted. Not loudly, not dramatically, but permanently. Phoenix stopped trying to be noticed and started trying to understand herself again. She moved differently, spoke less but meant more. She stopped shrinking, stopped apologizing for existing. She began rebuilding, not for Gomez, but for herself. Weeks later, Gomez noticed, not because she demanded it, but because she no longer needed it. "You've changed," he said, studying her like she was unfamiliar. Phoenix held his gaze, steady, unshaken. "I didn't change," she replied quietly. "I just stopped disappearing." For the first time, she didn't soften her words. "I've been here all along, Gomez. You just stopped seeing me." Silence filled the room. But this time, it wasn't empty. It was heavy, real, unavoidable. Gomez didn't notice when it started. That was the irony. The silence had always been there, but now it had shape. Phoenix no longer asked him how his day went, no longer waited at the door, no longer adjusted herself before he came home. She was still there, but she was no longer available. At first, Gomez thought it was peace. "No more complaints," he muttered once. But peace doesn't feel cold. Peace doesn't echo. This echoed. The house felt different, quieter than silence should be. One evening, he watched her from across the room. Phoenix was laughing softly to herself, scrolling through her phone. Relaxed, light, alive in a way he hadn't seen in years. And suddenly, it hit him. That version of her. He didn't know her anymore. "Phoenix," he said. She looked up. Calm, steady, distant. "When did you change?" She held his gaze. A long pause. Then, "I didn't," she said quietly. "You just never paid attention." Gomez frowned. "That's not fair." For the first time, she smiled. Not warmly, not bitterly, just knowingly. "Do you know when I stopped waiting for you?" she asked. He said nothing. Her voice didn't shake. "It wasn't last week. It wasn't last month." She stepped closer. "It was the night you came home laughing, and I realized you still had warmth in you." A beat. "Just not for me." Gomez felt something tighten in his chest, because suddenly memories started rearranging themselves. The quiet dinners, the unanswered looks, the nights she turned away first. This didn't just happen. This had been happening for a long time. He just never noticed. "You're acting like I lost you," he said, his voice low. Phoenix tilted her head slightly. "No," she replied. "You didn't lose me." A pause. "You just never realized when I was already gone." That night, Phoenix sat alone, peacefully, not crying, not breaking, not hoping, just existing, whole. For the first time in years, her happiness didn't depend on being seen, because she finally saw herself. Gomez stands in the hallway, watching her, confused, unsettled, almost afraid, because the woman in front of him is no longer the one who needed him. And deep down, he knows the truth. He didn't lose his wife in one moment. He lost her slowly while she was still standing right in front of him. Remember, what hurts the most isn't being left. It's being ignored until you no longer exist. And then suddenly, they notice you're gone. It didn't happen all at once. That's what made it terrifying. Gomez couldn't point to the exact day Phoenix changed, because in his mind, she hadn't. The house felt wrong. Not empty, just off. Phoenix still cooked sometimes, still walked past him, still slept on the same bed, but there was no presence in her presence, no emotion, no reaction, no resistance. It was like living with a memory that hadn't realized it was gone. "Phoenix," he called one evening. No response. She was right there, folding clothes. He frowned. "I'm talking to you." Slowly, she looked up. Her eyes met his, blank, not angry, not sad, just empty. "Yes," she said. Gomez hesitated, because for a split second, he felt like he was speaking to a stranger wearing his wife's face. That night, sleep didn't come. Memories started playing in his mind, but not the way he remembered them before. Now, they looked different. Phoenix talking while he scrolled his phone. Phoenix laughing while he barely looked up. Phoenix crying quietly while he ignored it. Again, and again, and again. It wasn't one moment. It was a pattern, a long, quiet erasure. Gomez sat up in bed, heart pounding, because a thought crept in. Slow, heavy, unavoidable. What if she didn't change? What if I just never saw her? The next evening, he stopped her. "Talk to me," he said. "I am talking to you," she replied calmly. "No, really talk," he insisted, his voice cracking slightly. "Where did you go?" A pause. Phoenix studied him, and for the first time, there was something in her eyes. Not love, not pain, recognition. "I didn't go anywhere," she said. Her voice was soft, too soft. "You just stopped responding to me a long time ago." She stepped closer, and eventually, a slight tilt of her head. "I stopped being there." Gomez shook his head. "That doesn't make sense." Phoenix didn't argue, didn't raise her voice, didn't explain. She just said, "You don't remember, do you?" His chest tightened. "Remember what?" A long pause. Then, "The last time I begged you to see me." Silence. Gomez searched his mind. Nothing. Not a single clear memory. And that's when it hit him. Not emotionally, not gently, but violently. There was no memory, because he never truly listened. Not once. Not deeply enough for it to matter. Gomez looked at her. Really looked this time. And what terrified him wasn't that she had changed. It was that she felt faded, like a person slowly erased over time, like something he had worn down without even noticing. Phoenix turned away, her voice almost a whisper. "You didn't lose me, Gomez." A beat. "You just never kept me." Gomez sits alone in the house. Phoenix moves in the background, alive, functional, present. But to him, she feels like a ghost. Not because she's gone, but because he no longer knows how to reach something he spent years ignoring. The real horror isn't abandonment. It's this: a person can disappear emotionally, while still physically living beside you, and you won't notice until there's nothing left to come back to. She didn't leave him. She just slowly stopped existing in his world. And the scariest part, he didn't even notice when it happened. At first, Gomez thought it was guilt. That's what he told himself. The strange feeling in his chest, the silence that pressed too hard against his ears, the way Phoenix's presence felt thinner, like something fading. One morning, he walked into the kitchen. Phoenix stood at the counter, back turned, making tea. "Morning," he said. No reply. He frowned. "Phoenix." Still nothing. He stepped closer and froze. There was only one cup on the tray. "Weren't you making two?" he asked. She turned slowly, her face calm, confused. "I always make one," she said. Gomez laughed nervously. "No, you always make mine too." A pause. Phoenix stared at him, not defensive, not emotional, just blank. "I don't remember ever doing that." Later that day, Gomez opened the wardrobe. His clothes, only his. No dresses, no shoes, no trace of her. His breathing tightened. He rushed to the bathroom. One toothbrush, one towel, one reflection. The panic. "Phoenix," he shouted. She appeared in the doorway, calm, unbothered, as if nothing was wrong. "Where are your things?" he demanded. She looked around the room, then back at him. "I don't have things here." His voice trembled. "You're my wife." A long silence. Then, "No," she said softly. "I'm not." Gomez staggered back. "That's not funny." She didn't smile, didn't react, just watched him the way you watch someone unravel. "You live here," he insisted. "I see you every day." Another pause. Then the words that shattered everything. "You see me now." His heart pounded violently. "What does that mean?" Phoenix stepped closer, and for the first time, there was something in her eyes. Not emptiness, not pain, something far worse. Clarity. "You didn't notice me when I was real," she said, her voice steady, almost detached. "You didn't hear me when I spoke. You didn't respond when I cried. You didn't look when I stood in front of you." A step closer. "So I became easier." Gomez shook his head. "No. You stopped reacting to me," she continued. "So eventually," a slight tilt of her head, "I stopped existing to you." Gomez grabbed his head. "This isn't real." Phoenix didn't argue. "You trained your mind to ignore me," she said. "And now," a beat, "it doesn't know how to see me anymore." He looked at her, desperate, terrified, trying to focus, trying to hold on to her. But something was wrong. Her edges felt unstable, like she didn't fully belong in the room, like his mind was struggling to keep her there. Last line, disturbing and haunting. Phoenix stepped back slowly, her voice fading with her presence. "I was here, Gomez." A pause. "Until you made a life where I didn't have to be." Gomez stands alone in the house, calling her name, over and over. No answer, no movement, no trace, just silence. Then, from somewhere behind him, soft, faint, almost gone. "Gomez." He turns. Nothing there. He ignored his wife for so long. His mind learned to live without her. And one day, she was gone.